keep you wild. Okay. It's tall as well. Alright. Let's grab this first. Seversk. Recording confidential Dmitry Ivanovich 54. First we had heard a snap, you know, like a tree being brought down. I told Name Confidential to go check it out because it seemed the sound was coming out of the chamber. Name Confidential stood up and went to check the readings. He said everything was fine, and then the door started to bend, you know, bulge, as if you'd been pumping a balloon. Finally, the doors just burst into the room, straight off the frame. Poor Name Confidential was standing in front of me, and those doors just wiped him out. I saw everything in slow motion. I thought someone was soon going to enter the room, the military, or maybe we were being attacked by the Americans, but nobody came. Only Name Confidential buried his head in his hands and started screaming like a wounded animal. I will never forget the sound of that scream. Then he stood up, turned his back to us, and his head spun around. He stood like that, looking at us. I don't know how much time had passed, maybe a second, but for me it was an hour. I don't think they mean he twisted round like broken. I think they mean he just turned. I shouted to run, save yourself. Then Name Confidential finally fell to the ground, and Name Confidential jumped to his feet, as if he wanted to say something, but his face, I don't know. Inspector, I think I've gone mad. Voice from the room, please continue, Dr. Dmitry Ivanovich. His face started falling apart, part by part, like fragments of a broken porcelain mask. The object started levitating. Desks moving. We heard screaming and loud banging. Everyone started screaming. I screamed too. I felt like, you know, something was boiling inside of me. I had to escape. I started crawling. There was something spilled on the floor, but I kept on crawling through it. I remember closing my eyes and moving forward from memory. I could only hear roars and screams until finally something exploded and everything went quiet. I don't know how much time had passed when I laid motionless on the floor. At last I opened my eyes, but it was all dark all around, you know? I felt I crawled to the corridor. I slowly stood up and saw that at the end of the tunnel, the red emergency light was barely flashing. I began moving towards the end of the tunnel, every now and then stumbling on something. When I came close to the light, I froze. I closed my eyes again. Voice from the room, Dmitry Ivanovich, you're doing great. Please continue. Yes, of course, I apologize, but I don't know. I mean, I closed my eyes because I couldn't believe it. At the end of the corridor went sideways to the left and right in both directions. There were people standing, melted together with objects, with the walls, you know, like mixed up, as if someone took a large spoon and stirred part of the world. Well then. Let's go and check out inside this place in the next recording session. I think this seems like a good place to call it for now, so I will do precisely that. Bunny's just sort of died out, so since she's not here, I'll say, hey beautiful, and to everybody else, thank you for watching. Welcome back. Let's try that again, shall we? I just started up a moment ago and it was recording, and then when I came in game, for some reason it stopped. Anyway, I was just saying, I don't have my Lady Bunny with me, and this is the first time I've loaded it up since I last played it, so I wasn't sure where it was going to start me off. Started me off here, and I had a quick wander around, and then I mentioned that with Steam's new policy of allowing refunds for a game where you've played less than 2 hours of, you don't get Steam trading cards until you've played more than 2 hours now, which I actually noticed during the previous recording. During some of those breaks, I went and had a look. I noticed that I didn't have any. I was like, didn't think much of it at the time, but I've found out more recently. That's why. Anyway, yeah, I'm not the type to go and get a refund for a game, personally, even if it is one that I don't like, because I buy them to own them, even if I don't... Oh, crap dicks! Even if I don't like them. So... Oh. Oh, having one of them, are we? Is he gone? No, he's still coming. Get away! Okay. Huh, that was interesting. Alright then. That came about out of nowhere. That's pretty cool though. I had a look on how long to beat, and I should be... Is that a camera? It is, isn't it? It's a Canberra. I should be close to finishing this. So I'll probably finish it off in this recording session. Who are you? Is that a Russian guy? Yeah, I think that could be a Russian dude. I don't know, he just... Why am I sprinting everywhere? Right, thank you. It's not supposed to be toggle sprint. It's supposed to be hold to sprint. Anyway, let's get this. Is this going to be one that's read out to me?
If
Good,
you are reading
because
these
I
words,
can't read that.
I beg of you, help us.
Wow,
We're in
that
a
is
place
blurry
they
as
call
hell.
Post Office Box 5. I don't know where this is. I don't even know what year it is. They are not allowing anyone from the outside to have contact with us. They lock us up in cells, 4 in each. I saw dozens of cells like that.
That sounds so good, actually. I was about to say, that sounds pretty
They talk about
good.
something they called
But,
Anomaly
you know,
7.
I'd like being in isolation,
Every day we
personally.
undergo tests, research, tortures.
Yeah, I've fiddled with the
seen
settings
how
a
they
tiny
kill
bit
people.
to try and
I
make
have
the frame
seen
rate a bit more
terrible
stable.
things. Write about it. Let the
I
world
don't know,
know.
actually, if you can see
They
what it's done
conduct the
to
worst experiments possible.
the
They have something that we call the fear chamber.
text.
There is no way to say what will happen to the person that ends up there. Some
That
come
sounds
back,
nasty.
but are no longer
The
themselves.
fear chamber.
They are absent. Others are dragged out dead. Only few stay sane.
Room
I have
101.
seen a bright orange light, which spoke to
Orange
me in
lights
demonic
again.
voices, and showed me things worse than any nightmare you can possibly dream. Sometimes people come out of there with broken bones,
I can
mutilated, crushed,
dream some pretty messed up
irradiated,
stuff.
dismembered. I can't take it in anymore. Take away these images.
Wow, this is going on
There is
for a
a
while.
scientist amongst us.
Won't we finish the second
He said
paragraph?
that during their sick experiments, they discovered something
Oh.
out of this world.
Ah.
They are trying to test it. The truth is that it is testing them. He told us that there are more places like this around the world.
Malevolent
and there will
spirit?
come a day the gates of hell will open. You have to stop this. Destroy it. Destroy us. Kill us all.
How big is Christianity in
The
Russia?
center is governed by something that is called the Soviet Research Unit for Natural Phenomena. I have seen this on an
I've read
ID
about that
card
before.
of the man that was interrogating me. He said we were prisoners, convicts, murderers, rapists, thieves. But that is not true. I have done nothing wrong. I hate them all.
Everybody has done something.
No names, but subjects. I am Subject 73. I don't even remember my real name.
How long have you been there, then?
I beg of you, please help us.
What have they been doing to you?
Burn it all to the ground.
And you sound surprisingly lucid for somebody who's a little bit
If only the guard who promised to take it.
I suppose that's the advantage of it being a voice in my head, isn't it?
You have to do something. I swear by all that one holds sacred, you have to. My only cellmate, Anton.
Only?
Whispers in my ear that everything is going to be fine.
You said that they were in
the orange light
room.
is singing in the voices of hundreds of angel choirs. Anton promised me that if I listen carefully to the singing, he will free me.
Okay, fair enough.
Sometimes, however, I think that all of this does not exist. There is no prison.
Okay.
There are no bars. There are no doctors.
So you think you've just gone mad?
No, Anton. There's only this frightening...
Oh, he's been dragged away to this alternate dimension place.
Orange light.
Could be. Could be. Okay. You do that, dude. Right, I'm just going to stand here for a second. I'm going to go and have a quick fiddle with the settings. I'll be right back. Right, let's see if that's better. Hopefully I can, like, read
Whoever
stuff
you are,
now.
if you are reading these words, I beg of you, help us. We are in a place they call Post Office Box 5.
It'll do, suppose. What's all that banging about? Take it nice and slow, Cooey. Nice and slow. Let's, is this gonna open? No. Right, is that the last of the things I needed to find, or is there still one left? Yeah, I got all of them. Okay. What's up next then?
Time does not heal wounds.
Oh yeah, why is the
As I've recently learned.
stuff still on?
This truth was pounded into me by
Okay.
pain, cruelty, and lies.
That's weird. My frame rate's higher now that I'm outside than it was in that hall.
I remembered.
Probably the light
It
sources.
nearly touched the essence
there we are.
of my understanding, becoming the revelation of truth. When they
Can I get over
dragged
that
me
as well?
down the corridor with my shattered
Yeesh.
bones.
Where's that
When they
banging coming
operated
from? Is
me
it
to
that?
observe the misplacement of my
No, it
organs.
seems to be coming from more that
when
way.
they put the worst nightmares into my head.
So
when they
is Sean
closed
being
me up,
Anton?
Put me together again and revived me over and over to test the
Could be.
limits of my endurance. And when finally, after so many years, they told me my wife was dead.
It's beginning to sound more and more like this dude Sean Bean is playing is Anton. Right, where is that noise coming from? So I figure it's the only place for me to go now, really, isn't it? Makes sense. I've done everything else, as far as I'm aware. So let's head towards the sound of the crumbling rocks. Because to the best of my knowledge, there is nothing left for me to do apart from digging these for them, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, fair enough. There's a campsite somewhere nearby, isn't there? Yeah, there was one. It should be to the right when I come out here. Or maybe I should just walk my way down there. What do you think? I could use the campsite to teleport to it. Or I could go wandering off. Now, I have been reading actually, a lot of people reported a bug in Act 3, which I think we're about to start, where it didn't save for some people. As far as I know, that's now been fixed, but if it's not, apologies for that. I'll probably want to record the rest of it after it is, for obvious reasons, rather than having to redo the entire thing over and over. Okay, I seem to have lost the campsite anyway. Oh well, never mind. And if I go through there, it should lead me to. So I don't think I can get over that way. There's like a big ravine or something, isn't it? But there's a cave up this way. There it is. Is that going to lead me to it? Oh, there might actually be a campsite in here. One of the caves had a campsite in it, didn't it? If I did, I could use that to fast travel. This is a very purdy game. This is a very purdy game, to be fair. Very purdy game. Yeesh. It is a very pretty looking game. I still say that The Vanishing of Ethan Carter is the next graphical benchmark to attain. It's such a gorgeous game, and they're porting it over to UE4 now, I hear, which means it's going to look even better. Did I ever make it up to that? I didn't, did I? I like yeah, back when you zoom in it changes the, right, gonna have to go around this way to get to it. Yes, you can't sprint everywhere though, which is why I'm not. I'm sprinting in stages. And have you noticed that bleep bleeps are going off in the background from Skype again? It's been quiet for hours. Now that I'm recording, suddenly everybody wants to talk to me. Silly peepee-walls. Why do you always come and get me when I'm doing stuffs? Hang on. I know I could get around this way the last time. How do I? Oh, I can get down to the... Huh. Okay, I know I went around. Oh, whatever. I was trying to come down here earlier, wasn't I? But couldn't make it. Right, now then. Is that campfire I just saw, or is it? No, it's that mountain again. That mountain's going to be significant in some way, isn't it? Maybe that's where I'll go after I'm done whatever it is with those stones that are throwing a bitch fit over there. Sense makes? It's so dark. So dark and foggy, I can barely see anything. Alright, see enough now at least. So what are you doing with your lives? Seriously, look at them, they're going blum blum blum. Over, and over, and over. Floaty stones. Flones. Seriously, dudes, what are you doing with your lives? Why does that last one always take so long to come up compared to the others, but then goes down sooner than the rest of them? Oh, 5. Why did I think there were 4? I don't know. For some reason I thought there were 4. I don't remember there being 4. Must have been 5 then. Must have. That's must have, by the way. Must have. Must. V-E. Not must of. Wait, now my notebook is empty? So I've just been imagining all this stuff? And a piece of paper just flew at my face. Well, that was bizarre. Yeah, here we go. Act 3. Hopefully,
so
fingers crossed.
We have reached the end.
Not
you
quite.
Understood your role in my plan?
No. Can I move?
No random
Yeah, I can move.
victims. And
But I have
nobody is
no...
completely innocent.
I agree with you on that one. Oh no, I completely agree with you on that one.
Section 22
Right, let's follow these things towards that.
You will understand that everything I had done was necessary.
What have you done, Sean? Let's follow these. I don't have my torch anymore. Don't have my compass. Don't have my map. I can still zoom. That's something, I suppose. Ish. So what's all this then? Am I going to find out that it was like, if it had kept going, it'd have ended here? Probably am, you know. No, well, if that's the case, that's the case. So be it. Ish. I do actually. Where are you? Well, let's keep following this for now. Follow the path. That is a really cool effect. Hearing the voice coming from all around me. Dude, this is a game you should play with headphones on. 5.1 at least. So I can hear the voices coming from there, from above, all over the place. Ooh, pretty sky. Can't believe I haven't really paid that much attention to the skybox. I usually love skyboxes. Right, should I keep following this path? So at the moment it seems to be leading me past it. But I'm thinking it's going to loop back around. It does seem to be heading in that direction now, so let's keep going. Ish. See, now this is what you should do with fog. To make it part of the atmosphere rather than... Oh, it's camp. Rather than it being to limit graphical stuffs. Why is it going so dark all of a sudden? Oh, it's orange. Wait, am I going to find out that I'm the creature and I'm the one who killed these people? That'd be pretty cool if it is. Or am I going to find out I was one of them and I'm already dead? That could happen too. That sounds more like I'm being taped up. Did I abduct somebody? Wait, that was it? Well. Okay, I should have kept going. This isn't even going to be long enough for an episode on its own, really, but it will be, so, yes. Short game. And I can understand why a lot of people aren't going to like it, because it does not hold your hand in the slightest. But I thoroughly enjoyed that. I love the fact that it didn't explain anything. I love stuff like that, where it just leaves you wondering afterwards, instead of just, you know, handing it to you on a platter. Well then, Mary Elizabeth McGlynn. I don't rate her much as a voice actress, but she's a fantastic singer. I must agree with that. She really is. Sean Bean, eh? So these were some actual Slavic people then. They did really good English accents, unless the other people were the ones with the English accents. Well then, enough of my rambling. I'm going to leave this running because these people deserve the recognition. I'll be back at the end if there is any reason to be. But if not, I will say it now just to be sure. Thank you for watching.
Will you find when the ashes arise, the light shall fall? Will you find me? Will you find me when the sky is dead and forever gone? Will you find me? Will you find me when the ashes arise, the light shall fall? Will you find me? Will you find me? When the ashes arise, the light shall fall. Will you find me? Or will you find me? I have faith that you are safe.